This presentation is brought to you by Brailleiant at Brailleiant.org, where we are bridging the digital divide for the blind. The following describes how to install Acapela voices on NVDA and other screen readers for the blind and low vision individuals. Presented to you by Brailleiant. Please visit our website at Brailleiant.org.
Alright guys, you better listen because I'm about to show you something cool.
0 faces.
Now, I'm going to teach you guys something you guys never even
0
knew
faces.
before. And this is how to install Acapela voices for NVDA. And this works for other screen readers too. Now, you may know how to do this on a Mac, but I'm teaching you how to do this on a PC. Alright? Now, we're going to start off by showing you how to download Opera, which is a browser that really works well with
1 face. 0 faces.
with downloading these types of files. Now, if you try to use IE or Mozilla Firefox, you will get an error message because it runs off Windows Defender, and it won't work. So, first, I'm going to show you
0 faces.
I'm going to show you how to get it downloaded. Now, to do this, I recommend you use IE or Firefox. To start off, you need to open IE or Firefox. I'm going to use IE because I like it. Now, I already have this installed, but I'm not going to download it. But I'm going to go into the search box. And I'm going to type in int for Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer desktop app.
And I'll press enter.
Internet Explorer. Google search combo box editable. Blank.
And I have my home page set to Google to make it easy. But since I know the URL, I'm just going to press Alt-D to go to the address field.
Address and search using Google Alt plus D. Selected https:// blank.
I have removed the selection by pressing delete or backspace, sorry. And now I will type in opera.com. That's opera.com.
opera.com.
I've got the URL entered. Now I'm going to press enter.
Page. Opera browser bar faster, safer, smarter web browser bar Opera document.
Now you would get
baseline Opera.
Now you would get this web page, and you can look for the link.
Checkbox not checked. Menu item baseline computer browsers. 8 menu item mobile apps.
And they have a lot of stuff here. So basically, you want to find an option that says download Opera. It should be easy to find. It's very accessible. It's accessible enough. As you can see, it's reading the menu items. You should be able to find a download there. It could be in more than one place, but this is your URL. Now we're going to exit Internet Explorer. So my preferred way to do this, you could use Alt F4, but I'm going to press Alt space to go to the system menu.
Context menu.
And I'm going to press up for exit.
Close C.
And I'll press enter.
Desktop window. Items view list.
And I've been viewing things with that. I'll close it.
Restore unavailable. Close C. Malware by stray application.
And now I'm back at my home screen. And now I'll go to the desktop by pressing Windows D.
Folder view list. Infobox for line 100 demo line Ryan 22K line HQ.Z.
And I'll press O for Opera browser.
O. Opera browser.
And I'll press enter to activate that.
Untitled -Opera row 1 column 1. Browser client grouping row 1 column 1. Browser contents grouping row 1 column 1. Navigation toolbar row 1 column 1. Address field edit row 1 column 1. Enter search or web address. Blank.
Alright, now we're getting ready to type. We're going to do a Google search. So, you can either go to google.com and do it there, or just type it in the URL field. I'm going to go to google.com for this tutorial, which is something I rarely do to do my Google searches. I'll do that now.
Google.com.
Enter.
Search, edit, search. Baseline blank. Search combo box has auto-complete editable search. Baseline blank.
Here we are at the Google website. Now we're going to type in Acapela voices for Windows, just the way you hear it spoken.
A-C-C-E-P-E-L-L-L-L-A space V-O-I-C-E-S space F-O-R space W-I-N-D-O-W-S.
Now, when you open the website, you're going to see it spelt differently, but just know that this is the Google search you want to perform. Press enter.
Acapela voices for Windows Google search document.
NVDA pronounces it funny, that's alright. Now, please note that if you try to spell it correctly based on the way it's spelled in the website, you'll get different search results. So, this is what I got. Now press H to move to the heading. NVDA
search modes heading level 1.
I'll explain later.
Showing results for both search results heading level 1.
Until you get to this heading, it used to be a heading level 2, but now it's a heading level 1 according to what my NVDA is saying, to search results. And what I was saying earlier was that in the elements list dialog box, if you press insert F7, there's no option for headings, or else I would have been able to do this a lot easier. Now press down arrow.
Heading level 2 bold web results.
And press down arrow again.
Heading level 3 visited link no bold for Windows bar Acapela group dash voice synthesis dash text to speech.
Now that's the option you want. Note, like I said again, it's spelt differently than what you are going to do in the Google search. With the Google search, it's 2 C's. You'll see earlier.
For Windows bar Acapela group dash voice synthesis dash text to speech document. Heading level 1 link graphic Acapela group and dash voice synthesis and dash text to speech.
Alright, now you want to look for a text that says, for your screen reader, visit our info box section. When you reach that, click on the link that says info box section and press enter on it. I'll find that now by using down arrow.
Baseline Simon. Link bold italic register.
Note, you're going to have to click on this register link before you access the one you need. I'm going to press down arrow until I reach the edit field for my username.
Edit no bold no italic username. Edit. Baseline blank.
Now I'm going to type in my username, which is, I'm going to type it in.
BRAILLEIANT.
Now press tab and it should say edit protected.
Edit protected. Baseline blank.
Typing in my password now.
Star.
Now, there's 2 ways of proceeding. Press tab followed by space to activate the unlabeled button, or press enter here.
Button. For Windows bar Acapela group dash voice synthesis dash text to speech document. Blank.
Now you're searching for the link I said about earlier.
Button. List with 5 items linked bold italic baseline voices. List with 9 items linked demo. Link repertoire. Link custom voice creation. Link voice banking. Link authentic children voices.
To make it easier, I'll just skip.
No bold, no italic for Windows heading level 1. Graphic, no striker through not underlined baseline person dash use line boy.900.
Sorry, my NVDA is set to read all that font information, so just ignore it if you don't want it.
Heading level 3 baseline, listen to written text with the personal list with 1 item for Windows : Link, bold, italic, underline, text aloud, no bold. Link, bold, italic, underline, natural reader. Out of list, no bold, no italic, not underlined. Support for text aloud. Natural reader is not handled by Acapela. Please refer to the products, corresponding website, and support addresses. Text aloud in natural reader products only. These are not open SAPI voices and they do not work in other speech applications created with Acapela trademark voices. Please note that Acapela Group or any other related company are not selling left quote standalone right quote SAPI voices for personal use. For professional, commercial, or public use, please contact the Acapela Group. For your screenreader colon, please go to our
This is the one you need.
visited link, bold, italic, underlined, infobox, no bold, no italic, not underlined section.
Alright, now that's the one you need. Press enter on that.
Infobox bar, infobox document. Heading level 1 link graphic infobox.
Now you're looking for an section, link that says download infobox for evaluation. It works just like JAWS, where you use it for 60 minutes and then you have to reevaluate it, and the way you do that is restart your machine, and it will prompt you based on that. Note that if you only have one screen reader, you will have to keep track of time and restart your machine before the 60-minute evaluation is up. One key tip to remember is that in case you forget about it and the Acapela starts ding and telling you that it's getting up, to access your rescue screen reader, I like to call it the rescue screen reader, narrator, you press Windows, Control, Enter. If that happens to you and you need to press Windows, Control, Enter, do so. And that will at least get you far enough that you can restart your computer and then start your screen reader up again, and everything should be fine. Now sometimes there's a glitch at the login screen where the screen reader does the evaluation again and you have to press Windows, Control, Enter to get past the login screen, but you should be alright. Now I'm going to press down arrow till I get to the infobox, download infobox for evaluation link, and I'll press enter when I reach it.
Baseline, welcome Brailleiant.
I'll press H for heading and
Product overview, no strike it through not underlined baseline, so graphic link, FR graphic link, GB heading level 2.
ooh, I got ahead of myself.
Link, contact, no bold, no I, list with 2 items, link, bold, italic, infobox, news. Link, general information, out of list, link, blog.
I'm going to press insert F7 to pull up the links and the elements list dialog box and find the link I want.
Elements list dialog. Tree view. Blog.
And I'll press D.
D. Download infobox for evaluation semi. Visited.
And now I'll make sure I'm on the activate button. I'll press tab.
Filter by colon. F and all plus E. Activate button all plus A.
I'll press spacebar on that one.
Infobox bar infobox document. Link blog. Download infobox for evaluation bar infobox document. Heading level 1 link graphic infobox.
Now, you're in a list of voices. So what you want to do is you want to press H until you get to the heading for high quality voices selection. Then you'll press down arrow to be don't be surprised to find that there are voices in other languages. I'm going to teach you how to get past that.
Baseline, welcome Brailleiant. Link, bold, italic, underline, profile, no bold, no italic, not underline, dash. Link, bold, italic, underlined, log out. List with 7 items, link, not underlined, more plus. List with 3 items visited, link, download infobox for evaluation.
Now we're at the point where it shows you which link you clicked on.
Link documentation, link purchase.
Now if you didn't want this demo, you could click here to purchase it. But what I'm showing you here today is what I have.
Out of link, P.
Is how to just get it for free. Of course, if you want to pay for it, then click on that purchase link.
Out of list visited link home no bold no italic. Link bold italic product info. List with the items link languages and voices.
Alright, now you want to go to that high quality selection. I forgot about
No
that.
bold no italic download Infovox 4 Calibri and high quality limitations of installers for Infovox 4 evaluation version high quality languages and voices left parent selection right parent heading level 3.
Alright, here's what you want. Now, press down arrow and you'll get to a language that I don't know that you speak.
Here below you will see is a selection of the list of voices available in its distributor. List with 16 items check colon.
Now, you saw that these are the voices in Czech. We want English. To get to the different languages selection, you're going to do something you would have thought you wouldn't do. Press I for list item.
Danish colon. Bold italic underlined met link met HQ no bold no italic.
Now you'll notice that instead of moving amongst the voices, which is the expected behavior, you're moving against the languages. Now if you have your thing selected on a voice and not a language, the pressing I will move among the voices. It all depends on what you have selected. I had selected the language, which has a language and then a colon if you're using most punctuation. I'll press I again to move until I get to English.
No bold, no italic, not underlined Dutch left. No bold, no italic, not underlined Dutch left. No bold, no italic, not underlined English left parent. Or right parent, colon. No bold, no italic, not underlined English left parent. Scottish right parent, colon. Bold, italic, underlined Rona.
Alright, now you have different accents for English. Let's press I until we get to English United States.
No bold, no italic, not underlined English left parent, UK right. No bold, no italic, not underlined English left parent, US right parent, colon.
Now
bold,
if you
italic, underlined Tracy, link Tracy HQ, no bold, no italic.
Now if you wanted English UK or English Scottish, you could press Shift I to go backwards through the languages and go to English Scottish or English UK. Just don't go past English US or else you'll be going to a whole nother list of languages like French and Spanish. If you speak other languages, then go ahead and do it. But I don't recommend you go deep diving inside the languages because you might find yourself downloading a voice just because you like its name, like I've done many times before, and finding out it's in a different language. Like there's a voice called Santa, and I know some people believe in Santa, but it's actually not an English voice. It's actually a different language voice. So some people will accidentally download Santa because they like Santa, because they believe in Santa, and realize speaking a different language. So be careful with what you do, and make sure you use I to move among the different languages, and don't just use down arrow. When you use down arrow and you hear another language, you need to immediately press up arrow, or else you'll get yourself into trouble. Press down arrow to move through the various voices in English, or press Shift I to move to English UK or English Scottish. The one I want to download today is Sharon. I will press down arrow to move to Sharon and press enter to download the link. But before we do that, I'm going to show you a setting I recommend you do in Opera. First, press Alt to move to the Opera menu system.
Menu submenu row 1 column 1.
Now every interface in Opera, NVDA, whoever programmed this, NVDA is going to say row 1 column 1. So that's quite annoying, but that's probably one of the updates based on my diagnostics, which I'm about to turn off later if I can. I'm going to press a down arrow until I reach settings.
New tab, new window, new private web page submenu zoom. Find snapshot, history, downloads, bookmarks, extensions, news, synchronize, developer submenu, read settings, all plus PS.
Now enter.
Browser settings document. Search settings edit. Baseline blank.
Alright, now you need to change your download location to your desktop. Now the way you do this is first by pressing escape to get out of focus mode and into browse mode, and down arrow until you find your download location options.
Edit. 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 Browser client grouping settings document. Baseline. Link rate opera. Checkbox check no strike through not underline baseline. Show advanced settings. Heading level 3 baseline block ads. Checkbox check no strike through not underline baseline block ads and surf the web up to 3 times faster. Baseline blank. Link underlined learn more. But not underlined manage exceptions. Heading level 4 recommended lists. List no strike through not underline baseline. Out of list with 3 items. Checkbox check easy list. Blank. Checkbox not check easy privacy. Blank. Checkbox check no coin left parent. Cryptocurrency mining protection right parent. Blank. Out of list button baseline manage lists. Heading level 3 on startup. Radio button check no strike through not underline baseline. Open the start page. Radio button not checked. Radio button not checked. Open a specific page or set of pages. Link underline baseline set pages. Checkbox not checked. No strike through not underline baseline delay loading of background tabs. Link checkbox not checked. No strike through not underline baseline delay loading of background tabs. Checkbox not checked. Ask me when object is started by a shortcut specifying an URL. Heading level 3 baseline default browser. The default browser is currently Opera. Button import bookmarks and settings. Heading level 3 downloads.
This is where you want to be. You want to be at the heading level 3 for downloads. Now let's press down.
Download location :
This is what you need.
edit read only C : / users / tailo / downloads. Edit read only.
Now this is an edit read.
/ users / tailo / downloads.
Now this is an edit read only field, but I'm gonna show you a little trick. Press escape. Down.
Button change.
There's a change button, but I want to go down farther.
Checkbox check no strike through not underline baseline. Ask where to save each file before downloading.
That's the checkbox you need to check. Ask where to save each file before downloading. Now what this does is many different files need to be saved in many different locations, and Opera downloads very specially, and is very capable of downloading very many different types of files. Press tab, get out of the documents area.
Show the bookmark, enable wallpapers. Click to select an baseline, get more wallpaper. No strike through not underline baseline. Baseline manage sidebar button.
Alt left arrow. Just
No strike through not underline baseline. Enable notification badges for messengers. Checkbox checked. No strike through not underline baseline. Enable battery. Save battery automatic. Always show battery icon on toolbar. Checkbox checked. Save battery automatically. Checkbox not checked. Always enable instant search. Checkbox checked. Not checked. Enable my flow. Checkbox checked. Keep local data only until I quit my browser. Radio button. Block third dash party cookies and site data. Checkbox not checked. Search settings edit. Browser client grouping row 1 column 1. Browser contents grouping row 1 column 1. Navigation toolbar row 1 column 1. Address field edit row 1 column 1. http://www.acapella-group.com/info. Bold italic underline Tracy link Tracy HQ.
Alright, now that you have that setting set, you can download voices. Now let's press down till I reach the Sharon link.
Link right, no bold, no italic. Link bold, italic, underlined, no bold, no link bold, italic, underlined, broad, no bold. Link bold, italic, underlined, Sharon star, no bold, no italic, not underlined.
That's the one I want. Notice Sharon is the link with the asterisk on it. Press enter to pull up a dialog box of which you are very familiar with. You should be very familiar with.
Save as dialog. File name : combo box collapsed. Edit all +N. Selected info box for line 100 demo line Sharon 22K line HQ.Z.
Now all of these are edit combo boxes, so NVDA is of course programmed to say combo box collapse before it says edit field. And that is different for JAWS, but we're not demoing JAWS. Now we're pressing tab here.
Save as type : combo box application collapse alt toolbar. Hide folders button. Save button alt +S.
Now save button, that's the one you need. But first you need to make sure you're in the desktop. So press Alt D to move to the address field. Now notice it's an edit combo box, so NVDA is going to treat it differently.
Address combo box collapsed. Edit D. Selected desktop.
Now I have mine on the desktop since I've been downloading a lot of Acapela voices. But if it's not on the desktop, it should say selected and then some sort of C : username / program files / x86 / blah 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 blah. But this file can't access the system data, so press backspace to remove the selection and just type in the word desktop. Now you might think you need to type in something very complicated, but it's not that complicated. If you type in desktop, Windows will figure out what you mean, and it'll eventually pull up a toolbar where you have different save options. Now I'm going to press Alt S as NVDA prompted to save the file.
Download single download pop dash up alert info box for line 100 demo line Sharon 22K line HQ.Z 59% 1 minute left parent 252 megabytes of 425 megabytes 2.2 megabytes /S right parent row 1 column 1 single download pop dash up alert row 1 column 1 single download pop dash up dialog row 1 column 1.
It's never said that before. Alright, now you have to wait before for the download to be over, and as soon as the download's over, I will teach you how to access this in a later video. But I'll basically give you a sum up. What you need to do is you need to access Speech API version 5. Now the way you do that is you press Insert N to pull up the NVDA menu. You need this is for the new update. If you have the 2018 update, you press down arrow for the preferences drop down menu, press right arrow to open it, and then you need to press down arrow and you'll see in the 2018 update you'll see settings, and it should say that the keyword for opening in settings is S, and press enter on settings. You should pull up a whole new dialog box which NVDA 2018 users should be very familiar with if you got the update. And you'll open the list box. You press a down arrow to the speech and press tab to there is an edit read only multi-line field. It should say eSpeak NG or Vocalizer or whatever your speech synthesizer is. If it says speech synthesizer grouping, speech synthesizer, edit read only multi-line, speech API version 5 is the default. Alright? If you don't hear speech API version 5, you need to tab to the change button and press spacebar. Then there will be another dialog box with a combo box that you can change the engine. Now, if you get the Calibri voice pack, which is an NVDA add-on, I'll teach you about that in a later video. you need to be careful. Now, what I recommend you do to avoid selecting a different option and getting yourself in trouble is to press Alt down arrow to open the drop down. The reason why it's called a combo box is because it is simply a box with a drop down grid. So decided users click on the drop down and it opens up and they can select an option. This is what you do when you press Alt down arrow. You open the drop down. Now, what this does is this does not change the option that you select. This does not select an option that you move to by pressing up and down arrow until you press the escape key. As soon as you press the escape key, the combo box will change to make the selection you made. Press tab to the audio ducking mode. This is your preference. By default, it should be no ducking. Press tab to the OK button, and you should hear Microsoft David Desktop. Now, this will be familiar if you use Windows Control Enter for the evaluation version, if ever. Press tab to change the voice. It's a combo box. Press Alt down arrow, like I said. Move to, it should say it have another option, and it should say whatever Acapela voice you downloaded, which should be Sharon, and you should be able to select Sharon, press escape to get out of the combo box if you pressed Alt down arrow, which you should have, and then you'll hear your new Acapela voice, and that's basically how you do it. Now I'll walk you through that later as soon as I find out that it's installed. I'm gonna press escape to get out of this download pop-up alert and get out of this download pop-up.
Download InfoVox for evaluation bar InfoVox document. Link bold italic underlined share and star no bold no italic not underlined.
Alright, now that's what I have to show you for now. I'll get back to you in another video.
This has been a presentation by Brailleiant at Brailleiant.org, where we are bridging the digital divide for the blind. If you like this video, please click the like button, and for more interesting videos, please subscribe to our channel.